it's a great experience releasing this book. It's a book about an author's journey, about writing the book, and then all the processes that the author goes through to make it finally a published product. It's an exercise in self-publication at the end with a very, very moving personal story behind it. So now it's over to the author, Padmini.
I think this was the last project I did with my daughter, and it's a very happy book in the sense that it was something we did so joyfully together, and it was a very big learning lesson for me because I went through the process of discovering how I would continue living without my daughter there to support me. So that is why it was not just a self-publishing book, but it was a book on self-discovery also. Not just self-discovery, but in my case, it was self-recovery also. Thank you. எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் கொடுத்தது. எனக்கு இது நானும் என் பொண்ணுமா சேர்ந்து கடைசியாக பண்ணின புஸ்தகம் வந்து இந்த புஸ்தகம் வந்து நாங்கள் முதல்ல செல்ஃப் பப்ளிஷிங்கை பற்றி என்னெல்லாம் நாங்கள் கஷ்டப்பட்டோம், எப்படி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு பாயிண்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொடுத்து ஒரு செல்ஃப் ஹெல்ப் புக்காக எழுதுறதா ஆரம்பித்தோம். ஆனால் கடைசியில் வந்து எந்த காரியம் பண்ணினாலும் அதோடு நம்ம வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஏதாவது லேர்ன் பண்ணுவோம். நம்ம வந்து that is we learn. நாங்கள் வந்து முன்னேற்றமும் ஏதோ கொஞ்சம் நடக்கிறது நம்மளுக்கு. அது மாத்திரம் இல்லை, இதுக்கு பாதி வழியில் என் பொண்ணு இறந்து போயிட்டா. ஸோ எனக்கு வந்து என் பொண்ணு போனால் நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு துக்கத்தில் இருந்தப்போ நானும் அவளும் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த புஸ்தகத்தை நான் முடித்தேன்னாக்க தான் எனக்கு வந்து மன திருப்தி வரும் அப்படிங்கிற எண்ணத்தோடு எழுதின புஸ்தகம். அதனால் இதில் வந்து செல்ஃப் ஹெல்ப் மாத்திரம் இல்லை, ஸ்டோரி ஆஃப் அவர் லைஃப்ஸும் சேர்ந்து வந்து. Thank you.
I is also feeling very happy that we are all here together, and writing of this book was one of the last joyful projects that we both did together. So Seetha was talking about our relationship to her. As soon as Aparna came back from the so-called interview with Seetha, she came and said, "Amma, guess what? I've been offered a job." And so I said, "Wow, great." So she says, I told the editor that I'm a buy one get one free person. So I said, meaning what? She said that she told her that if I come to work, my mother also will come. So that is how I ended up working along with Aparna on the comic magazine, and it was the most great, fun, happy thing that we did together. One of the many great happy things that we did together, the comic magazine. And like Seetha says, we found a really delightful and lovely friend in Seetha. Thank you, Seetha. So now I was a little scared that Sriram may say all the things that I have planned to say. Fortunately though, he said that I had quoted so and so and so and so. He didn't tell me what the quotes are, so now I'm going to tell you what they are. Now the first thing is, we think of ourselves as authors, right? So who is an author? Now our description is that an author is one man, or in our case two women, who tries to conquer a series of diabolical opponents like the editor, publisher, distributor and critic to reach his target audience, the reader. Okay, and the editor is a person who, in the pretext of setting your book right, converts it into an unidentifiable entity. Of course, George Bernard Shaw said, "The road to ignorance is paved with good editors." Now, when you talk about a publisher, there's this anonymous author who said that if Moses were to come down the mountain now, he would be with the 10 commandments. He would be spending the next 5 years of his life searching for a publisher. Okay. And when you asking now, there's this Christopher Hampton who said that asking a writer, working writer, what he thinks of a critic is like asking a lamppost what it thinks of a dog. And there's this guy who said that if the English language made any sense, the word lackadaisical should have something to do with the shortage of flowers. So being able to put your work in print and making a print-on-demand copy, even a handful of them, shows publishers and editors that you can follow through and finish a project that you wanted to do. So, and that is what we did with my first two books, Nostalgia and My Love Good Lord. We self-published them. So like Sriram said, when I say self-publish them, we did it all ourselves. We had one problem after the other, we just overcame those and we did everything ourselves. Now my daughter Kritika, who's standing over there, refers to the two of us as Twiddledee and Twiddledum. Since we spent so much time working and just being together, we behaved like two